Amir, a privileged boy in 1970s Kabul, grows up in the shadow of his stoic, respected father, Baba. Though Amir longs for Baba's approval, he struggles with feeling weak and cowardly, especially in contrast to their servant's son, Hassan. He spends late nights practicing stories to recite to Baba, only to find his father absorbed in business dinners and political talk. The more Baba seems unimpressed, the more Amir clings to Hassan's admiration as a substitute for paternal praise. Hassan is loyal and brave, always defending Amir from bullies. Despite their bond, Amir is keenly aware of Hassan's Hazara ethnicity and lower status. Village gossip reinforces those divisions, reminding Amir that friendship with a Hazara can never be fully equal in conservative Kabul society. Yet the two boys share a private world of games and stories in which social barriers briefly disappear. The kite fighting tournament becomes a turning point. Amir wins, and Hassan runs the last kite, saying "for you," 1,000 times over. But in the alleyway, Hassan is assaulted by a neighborhood bully. Amir's feet feel rooted to the snow, his breath fogging the air as guilt wars with fear. The victorious blue kite, once a trophy, now feels like a stain he can never wash away. Unable to face Hassan or his guilt, Amir grows distant. He frames Hassan for theft in a desperate attempt to remove him. Baba, disappointed, forgives Hassan, but Ali and Hassan choose to leave. Their departure empties the grand house of its laughter, and even the servants avert their eyes from Amir's shame. Amir realizes too late that banishing Hassan cannot banish the memory of what he did in that alley. Political upheaval arrives. The Soviet invasion forces Amir and Baba to flee Afghanistan, leaving their life behind. In California, Baba struggles with poverty, while Amir starts anew, carrying the weight of his sins. The swap meet stalls and gas station night shifts humble Baba, yet he refuses government aid out of pride. Amir, meanwhile, finds refuge in American high school anonymity, hiding his Afghan past as carefully as his childhood betrayal. In America, Amir matures and marries Soraya, the daughter of a fellow Afghan emigre. Baba grows ill and eventually dies, but not before witnessing Amir find some peace and belonging in his new life. Soraya's own hidden past of social stigma mirrors Amir's secret shame, creating a fragile but honest bond between them. Baba's funeral gathers the fractured Afghan community, reminding Amir that true identity is stitched from both past and present. Rahim Khan, Baba's old friend, summons Amir back to Pakistan with the cryptic promise, "There is a way to be good again." Amir learns devastating truths. Hassan was his half-brother, and both Hassan and his wife were killed by the Taliban. The revelation untangles years of Baba's contradictions, his charity toward Hazara servants, his sudden rages, his secret remorse. Amir's sense of self shatters, but Rahim's plea offers a narrow bridge toward atonement. Hassan's son, Sohrab, is alive but trapped in an orphanage in Taliban-ruled Kabul. Amir returns to a broken homeland to find the boy and make amends for his past betrayals. Ruined storefronts and Taliban checkpoints mirror the devastation inside Amir's conscience. Each familiar street corner feels haunted by echoes of children's laughter that war has silenced. Amir locates Sohrab but discovers the child has been abused by Asif, now a Taliban official. In a harrowing confrontation, Amir is beaten while trying to save Sohrab, but the boy uses a slingshot to defend him, echoing his father Hassan. Amir welcomes each blow, feeling it cleanse a fraction of his old cowardice. When the brass bead from Sohrab's slingshot strikes Asif's eye, it feels as though history itself has demanded justice. Amir brings Sohrab to Islamabad, but the boy is withdrawn and traumatized. When Amir tells him he may be sent to an orphanage temporarily, Sohrab attempts suicide. The hotel's sterile tiles become a scene of frantic desperation as Amir cradles the boy. He realizes that saving Sohrab's body is meaningless unless he can also protect the boy's spirit. Sohrab survives, but he remains mute and distant. Amir and Soraya take him to California. Healing is slow, but Amir remains committed, this time refusing to abandon those he loves. The couple converts their study into a child's room filled with Afghan kites and American storybooks, symbols of two worlds trying to embrace. Every small smile from Sohrab feels like a hard-won victory over darkness. Amir enters Sohrab in a kite fighting tournament, hoping to spark joy. They win, and Amir chases the kite, just like Hassan once did for him, finally echoing the words, "For you," 1,000 times over. As the kite dives and climbs, Sohrab's eyes track its arc, a flicker of wonder thawing his silence. Amir's lungs burn with exertion, but his heart feels lighter than it has in decades. The story closes with Amir finally acting bravely and selflessly, fulfilling his moral obligation. Though the scars remain, he takes steps toward true healing, both for himself and Sohrab. He volunteers at Afghan refugee centers, sharing stories that once shamed him as a means of communal catharsis. In every telling, Hassan's voice is resurrected, refusing to be forgotten. Throughout the novel, Hosseini weaves the dual tragedies of personal betrayal and national collapse. The fall of Kabul mirrors Amir's moral fall, and Sohrab's rescue becomes symbolic of reclaiming both a family and a culture torn apart. Generations of Afghans displaced in foreign lands echo Amir's search for a new moral homeland. The novel insists that nations, like individuals, must confront their darkest chapters to rebuild. The enduring message of the Kite Runner is that redemption is possible, but it demands facing the darkest parts of oneself. There is a way to be good again, not by erasing the past, but by confronting it with courage and love. Amir's final sprint beneath a rising kite is both a prayer and a promise that cycles of violence can be broken. In its tale flutter the hopes of a boy, a father, a country, and the timeless bond between brothers. Let us know in the comments what books you'd like to see us summarize next. Happy learning! We will catch you in the next story.